Hello, everyone, and welcome to my channel. I'm Reina Creole, of course, bringing you that hot takes and spicy conversation and always keeping it real when it comes to theme parks. And speaking of keeping it real, welcome to the Resort Recon live podcast. Myself and Professor X welcome you to the show. This is my in studio show where myself and a bunch of my theme park nerd aficionado friends, we catch you guys up on the latest theme park news, what's going on. We get questions and information from you guys, but ultimately the purpose of this show is to arm you with the information that you need in order to enjoy the theme parks as you would like to. So we do not tell you what to do on the show. We just give you the information and you do with it what you will. And of course, always feel free to ask us questions about the theme parks. You guys in the chat are our co-hosts for the show. The show would not be as cool as it is without you guys. And speaking of cool, before I bring my panelist friends on, please do make sure that you hit that like button over on YouTube and hit that subscribe button on both my channel and also over on Tom's channel where that's being broadcast. And also heart and retweet the stream over there on X as well. Because hey, we want to share the love, share it with us, share it with everybody. So anyway, if you saw me during my last stream on Thursday, yeah, I had to crash out about Walmart Plus screwing up and losing half my darn order. Well, I did get a refund for all the stuff that was missing. Even with all of that, at least I got my Harry Potter butterbeer coffee mate. Yes, it does exist. I get it in zero sugar. They have the full sugar. I have not seen the cold foam yet. I'm on the lookout for the cold foam, but suffice it to say, this is the real freaking deal. The real deal. There is literally no difference that I can tell from tasting between the butterbeer they sell at Universal and the butterbeer that's in this coffee mate. So I highly suggest, this is just me. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm telling you what I did. I bought 3 of these suckers. I have one in my refrigerator and I have 2 of them in my deep freezer because I don't know when these suckers are coming back. I don't know. So they're out for Christmas. So I highly suggest you find it, grab it in triplicate. Okay. I mean, just it's the bomb. And honestly, yeah, I got my Honeyduke's lunch bag. So if you're over at the parks, over at the Universal Parks, usually they sell them separately, but sometimes they have a deal if you spend like I think $35 and you get this for $10. I highly suggest getting it because this is actually my lunch bag too. It makes a beautiful lunch bag. I'm all about the souvenirs that you can get your money's worth on, especially housewares. Also, another cool thing about the butterbeer, if you're not a coffee person, don't matter. I have Earl Grey tea in here with butterbeer creamer. It's so darn good. It's so good. It's so good. Probably good with regular tea, but I use Earl Grey tea. That stuff makes it amazing. So I've been talking enough. Let me bring in Erica and let me bring in Tom. How y'all doing?
Doing good.
Doing good.
I'm sorry. Sorry, not sorry. This butterbeer creamer is the truth. And I got to thank Tom for telling me it was at our Walmart first, so I knew who to stalk first.
Yeah, I'm still waiting to find the cold foam because what I've been making at home, and I want to see if I got it close.
Yeah, I haven't seen the cold yet neither. I've been stalking Walmart's website for the cold foam. Walmart, Publix, and Target. Target doesn't have it yet. Publix doesn't have it yet. Seems I don't know. I guess Walmart got the exclusive to have it drop, but yeah, no cold foam. So I'm kind of
I'll find it.
annoyed they
I'll
didn't
find
drop
it.
that yet.
But
But yeah,
got pretty good. I got pretty good at making my own.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I know because you said that. You know.
You still got to come over and try one of the ones. It's
Hmm.
made with rum. You'll like it.
Oh, I like anything that's made with rum. Which reminds me, I need to make a trip to the liquor store because I have to get my three kinds of rum because there's the rum that goes in my sorrel drink because I hand these out as like Christmas gifts in my sorrel drink. Then there's the rum that goes in my lactose intolerant version of coquito. But no,
Ooh, I love coquito.
I do too, especially when I can drink it and it doesn't cause me gastric distress.
Right?
I'm like, why do I have to be lactose intolerant when it oh my gosh, it
They
smells
have
so
not they have not brought any of that. Well, we've just now gotten the International Delights cold foam, some of the flavors, not all of them.
hmm
We've got a lot of the International Delights flavored creamers. We have some coffee mate, but in terms of like the Harry Potter one, I have not seen that one come out here. It probably won't make it out here.
I hope it does because that is the thing to grab.
Or it
Oh,
has and it's already gone.
that could be
That could
it.
be it. That could be a possibility.
That could be it too. I feel bad for whatever whoever stock person has to restock that on the floor because you're getting stalked. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. That's how Harry Potter fans are. We have to have it. And here's the other thing: the stuff that they come out with are the things that Harry Potter fans want. And I think that's the that's the distinction that they have going on. So, folks, yeah, stock your stores. Start calling in those favors of those retail folks that you make sure to pay them extra attention. Ask them how their day's been going over the past like year or so. Yeah, we'll give you some intel. Hey Tina, good to see you. Good morning, all. Wanted to say hi as I'm multitasking. We'll be listening in the background. Hi, Lorena. Hi, Erica. Well, good to hear that, my dear. I've been ninja watching some other streams while I'm putting up my Christmas uh, decorations. I have one third. I had the front of my house decorated. Now I have to get to some lights on the patio, which are going to be insane, and get the Christmas tree up. But I have like garlands that I have to decorate. So I found out today I got to get a glue gun. I don't have a darn glue gun. Cannot believe that. Or my glue
Really?
gun is lost in the house somewhere. I think that's the latter is the case. I think I have it and it's
Did
I
you
lost
keep
ask
somewhere in
her
losing
the
to
house.
mine
order?
too.
Go ahead, Erica.
Yeah.
Oh, because I keep losing mine too.
Okay.
I've gone through two of them already.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did
It's
you
not
ask
just
your
me.
children?
No, no, she's not in the glue gun phase right now. Used to
You never
be.
know what it could be used for, though.
Oh heck, I don't know. I don't know. I don't even want to ask.
No, I mean,
Funny
hey,
story.
It's
I mean,
probably for cosplay emergencies, I guess.
I
yeah.
used it to glue fabric to the ceiling so it'd stay up so I could black out my Halloween area. And Christian comes around the corner and he's like, "Mom, what are you doing?"
It works for stuff because I need it because I have the cheap garlands. In order to get them the way that I want, I need two of them. So I have to twist two of them together. So they have like the wire to do that. But for like all the Christmas ornaments, I got to use glue to put those things in position so they don't move. Because last year I tried hanging them like ornaments. Yeah, that didn't work. So I need glue. So I have to get glue to put the ornaments in, to put like the shells in because I do like a beach theme, so it's like the shells in, and then eventually I get like the little what is it? Like sand dollars, like replicated sand dollars, starfish, all of that stuff, and I got to glue it in there along with the pink flamingos and all of that. But yeah, I need a glue gun in order to make that stuff happen. Then there's ribbon in it too, but I got to put the ribbon in first. So there's a process that I learned how to do that. So, which reminds me, I got to go back to the darn craft store and get more ribbon and throw hands with old ladies in the aisle who are trying to grab everything and they're not letting you get,
Oh,
you know what I'm talking about, Erica,
yeah.
right?
Oh, yeah. My mom's one of those. She loves her ribbon. Yep.
Learn
Serious stuff.
something. I stay the hell out of those stores at this time of year.
Usually I do, and I will have them pick the stuff up for me. There's like the Michaels that's near my house is convenient, but people pick over that like locusts. So I have to do a mobile order at the Michaels that is in Dr. Phillips, which you cannot find it unless you're looking for it. And that's probably why it always stays stocked.
Yes.
Yeah.
Good to note on that one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, Zachrat 315. Good to see you. Good to see you. Another one of our amazing mods along with A2D2. Good to see you. We got, let's see, Emily Kruger here. Good
Emily,
seeing
it's
you,
been a while.
lovely. I know. I hope you're doing well, my dear. And A2D2 said, I got my Harry Potter creamer on the way. I can't wait to try it. Girl, you will love it. It is life. There are very few creamers that are on my short list. Is it international? I think it's International Delight. The French vanilla zero sugar creamer. That one's always one I always get. It's just with anything you spike it with, it tastes great.
What's
So I
that
usually
Cold
get that.
Stone sweet cream one that International Delight came out with? They partnered with Cold Stone. My
Mm-hmm.
gosh, that's
Yeah,
my favorite. And that's my favorite ice cream too. It's a sweet cream with strawberries
same.
mixed in.
I used to get the sweet cream with white chocolate chips and coconut
Oh,
shavings. Yeah,
oh,
yeah.
girl, me too.
And at home, I would chop pecans to put on top.
That's my favorite gelato out here. I'll get the oh my gosh, what is it? It's the Raffaello candy ice cream. They have a gelato form of it. And you mix that with strawberries and they put little white chocolate shavings on top of
Mhm.
it and strawberries are it is like freaking heaven.
Oh my
You know,
god,
y'all
that's
making me hungry.
insane. Yeah, me too. I haven't had lunch yet.
Either have I.
I haven't had dinner. It's actually on the stove.
Hey,
I
And
have.
CJ.
Raph is keeping an eye on it.
Uh-oh.
Yes. Howdy, folks. Welcome to the insanity and food torture. Yes, we are going to torture you with food. Food is a theme park experience in and of itself. So when you can replicate that sucker at home, yeah,
Yep.
always good. Always good. CJ said, "What gift is his?" Tom.
He said he wanted a candle. I told him he could have a candle that's shaped like a guitar.
Okay. There you
Oh,
go.
not the bacon candle?
He said, "I could
That's
use a
mine.
candle."
I'll
Not
fight
gonna
somebody to
lie.
the death for that.
Not gonna lie.
Did you make
Um,
that or did you buy it?
That was a gift from my grandson to me.
that's
Oh,
so
that's
lovely.
interesting. Bacon candle. Huh.
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't think you'd like it, Erica. Once you, it's very pungent. It's a very
Well,
strong.
mix it with pancakes or like, a French toast scent.
I
Yeah.
just like
And some
combination.
coffee beans with vanilla. Oh yeah, make it like
You
like
know,
you're
I
walking
want
into
to
a
walk with the
breakfast
candle
delight.
like into a pig pen and go, okay, this is what's happening,
Mhm.
guys.
Um, what was I gonna say? Respect to candles, actually. Glade has a candle called Eucalyptus Bergamot, which, if you have allergies, which I do, it smells so good. It's like, oh, I can breathe. It also smells a little Florida, too, as well. Walmart has one called Fraser Fir. So it's like Fraser pine with like orange zest. It smells really good.
I was
It's
thinking
cheap.
somebody canned Brendan Fraser's fur up and tried to sell it to y'all.
I would not buy that. That's
There's some ladies that would, you know.
hey Izzo. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Just like I'm upset that, Matthew McConaughey did not come with my Lincoln that I bought. I still got issues with y'all. Not give me that. Let's see. I haven't touched a glue gun since high school. Dude, I never touched a glue gun in my life. I bought
What?
glue gun. No,
Well,
never,
CJ's problem
never,
is, you know why he's not telling you?
never.
He got caught
Oh,
trying to sniff the
girl.
hot glue. It didn't work out.
He's got a what?
He got caught trying to sniff the hot glue. It didn't work out.
It doesn't really have a smell though.
No, it doesn't. Not hot glue gun.
I just
I mean,
I
Elmer's does.
Yeah, that one does. The
This smells like
rubber
it smells like
cement
it.
definitely
It
does.
will help with a runny nose, though.
Yeah.
Really?
I'm not gonna ask how you know that.
I'm being facetious. I'm not being.
Mm.
I don't really know that. I'm just saying,
Anyway,
somebody's gonna see how it goes.
I never did. Oh, thank you so much. Got to get your watch hours up. Yeah, thank you. I started working and yeah, so thank you. I appreciate it with the watch hours. That definitely helps me, especially over on my gaming channel. And the hours over there. You're gonna see me doing more stuff over that way. No, the only reason I got a glue gun is because, well, two things. My nephew, he always wanted to go to the craft store, so I was always buying that stuff, like the glue guns and the glue sticks and pipe cleaners and felt and all feathers and all that stuff. But yes, 91 LSXRS. Yeah, I was crazy with a bedazzler. You could not mess with me on that. And then I graduated from a bedazzler to hand rhinestoning items. My favorite thing was to do that with like football jerseys and baseball jerseys. And I did it for a while, and then I stopped doing it because it was just so labor intensive.
You all got to try to get with a soldering iron instead. Then talk to me about burns.
I've used a soldering iron before.
They're fun,
They're
Mhm.
they're
especially when
fun.
you slip and you go into your fingernail and your fingernail
Hmm.
just disintegrates because you're
Yeah,
running a 700-degree
Ah,
tip. Yeah.
yeah. I didn't
I've
like the
I
soldering
I have a heat
iron.
pen. I've used that on styrofoam, and that's a horrendous smell. You better do it outside. Do not do
Styrofoam's
that
poisonous when you burn it.
indoors.
You know that, right?
What?
Which one?
Styrofoam's poisonous when you burn it.
Oh, well, I needed it for Halloween, so there's that.
Yeah,
I was making tombstones.
you don't want to sniff that.
I'm such a guy.
I wasn't sniffing it on purpose, but it did stink.
Still, you
I
just
learned to
don't.
do it outside.
I do miss rhinestoning sports jerseys because that's what I would do. But it was literally so intensive, labor intensive. I started pricing my stuff that the price had to be high enough for me to go and do that. And someone asked me one year to rhinestone you'll like this, Tom, a Pittsburgh Steeler jersey. Not just any jersey, a Ben Roethlisberger
In
jersey
rhinestones?
in rhinestones. So
Tell me it
the
was a chick
numbers on
wearing
the
it.
front, on the sides, his name on the back, and the number on the back. And somebody was going to the Super Bowl and they said, "Can you do this for me?" I said, "Do you have $800?" They said, "Yes, I do." And they paid it. I'm like, dang, now I got to do this thing.
It's always you undercut yourself. It's always $1,500. That's the limit most people balk at. I just gave away one of my secrets. Sorry,
You
y'all.
did. You did. Although, to be fair, I had a bunch of leftover supplies anyway. So it's just like, you're going to have to pay me for that particular labor, which it paid off because apparently it did show up on the Jumbotron during the Super Bowl that year. And
You could have had a side
incidentally,
business right there.
I just didn't have time. I did not have the time. I did it and then I just kind of like stopped. I stopped. I kind of like scaled back because
I
it was getting to the point where either people were not going to get their stuff for like 6 weeks, or I would have to hire people to do it. And I was just like, nah, it wasn't fun anymore by that time.
I had a
So
lady
I
ask me
stopped.
to try to bedazzle a computer that she wanted built, and I was like,
Mm, mm, mm.
I can't do that. And she's like, well,
No,
why? I'm like, I can
no.
build you the computer. You could have somebody else bedazzle that case because I ain't gonna try to. There's no fuck part of my English. No, no freaking
Uh,
way. I didn't
no,
finish the
no,
word, Erica. I didn't
no,
finish the word.
no. I have
You were
rhinestone
like
strips.
3/4 of the way there.
Yep, I caught the
Hey,
tongue.
Nita. Good to see you, my dear. Good to see you. Glad to see you here. Feel better, my dear. Please do feel better.
Oh,
I'm only good with a glue gun if I need to glue my fingers together.
I burnt myself with a stupid thing this Halloween season. And that
It's
hurt.
Mama Lugo. Glue guns and ribbon
Mom?
cannot be without them. I have
Mm,
ribbon from last year. I've got 5 spools of ribbon already. Like all my supplies are over on the side. Yeah, I gotta get it. Well, I'm gonna try to find my glue gun. If not, then I'll have to buy another glue gun. But yeah, you're right. Glue guns and ribbons. I tell you. I tell you. Wired. Hey, John the Beagle Dad. Yeah, the one time I had to use a soldering iron was when I had a hardware engineering class. We had to put together, little circuits. All those things that are on a motherboard. Yeah,
I know
that's
how to do
pretty much
that.
essentially
Yeah,
what I
try
had to
try
do.
soldering NOR gates, AND gates, all that other fun stuff on a
Hmm.
7-layer board. Yeah,
Yeah,
so
that
much
type
fun.
of thing. I literally I got PTSD when I first when I first got
I love doing that.
my motherboard.
I love doing that. And I love doing when you see somebody's head
Woo.
explode when you hand them a 555 timer and a
Mhm.
simple just like a breadboard and they don't know what to do with it. It's
Yeah.
hilarious. And that's just
Um,
plugging stuff in without soldering.
mhm. I was just like, man, this is oh, there's a lot of I did a lot of stuff where I would write things down. Like this is what cracked me up. Okay. I'm gonna get to the theme parks in a minute, good guys. But I'll tell you this: if you're going to be a programmer, okay, um, most of the work is not sitting in front of the computer if you want to be smart about it. Get some coffee, get a notebook, and start there.
mm,
Literally, I would write every piece, sections of my code in a notebook where I could go through and see what was going to work and what wasn't going to work to finally get to the point where it's like, okay, this is what I'll start with and I'll go from there. So when I was putting in my code and everything, most of it was like either syntax errors or something I didn't see, but that cut out so much stuff that I could actually focus on making my code robust. Because let me tell you this, you turn your code in, your professor is not going to just test to what the assignment was. They're going to do stuff to purposely break it to see how good you are.
mm.
SQL
Because some
injection.
people
That's one
now
of my
they'll just
favorites.
use cheating methods.
Yeah, Chat GPT. No, not going to work. Not going to work
There's
on that.
also
Mm-mm.
the difference. There's a bunch of different codes out there, but once you learn to write in relevancy code, it changes things.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it does. Well, folks, couple things we're going to hit with regards to some quick hits with theme park news. And we didn't get a chance to show this on screen on Thursday. So I figured I would bring it up because not only do we talk about theme park type stuff from the Florida parks to Orlando, but or like to out to California, but there's things that are everywhere. And this one, if you are in the King of Prussia, suburban Philadelphia area, and now it's coming back to me that this used to be the old Lord and Taylor, this is the Netflix house. And apparently they've got one coming to Dallas that's going to open soon, another one coming to Vegas. But this is freaking amazing. Check it out. There's Wednesday room, there's a One Piece that's there all the way there in the back. What else? They've got one from Squid Game, and it's got mini golf as well. So there's VR games that's in there. A Tadum theater where you can catch Netflix shows, movies, fan events, all that stuff, which looks really, really cool. Apparently, the one in Dallas, because actually Erica talked about that. The one in Dallas is opening in a couple days.
What's over there? That big. I didn't even get to read all the way through. What are they representing?
Well, the
Because they
Philly,
have Wednesday, like the other one does.
yeah, this was the Eve of the Outcast. So there's like the carnival. So that's this. So when you go in, like here toward the right, let me see if I can blow this up a little bit more. So over here, like to the right, you walk in. There's the mini golf on the left there. I don't know what's here, but there's a Netflix room there. Over there, I guess the View, Swag Place. Over this side is the Wednesday section with the carnival. Over here to the left, that's One Piece. There's like the ship and all this stuff that's over that way. Quest for the Devil Fruit. But I think Dallas is the one that has a Squid Game one. So over there to the left, there's the.
So I wonder if they're gonna. I wonder if
golf.
they're gonna rotate these to like different stores, like make the experiences for such amount of time, and then just change it to the next mall and have it rotate so it goes around at all their locations.
It could be.
Is
They
that
may
Stranger
have.
Things
I
on
think
the
it is.
bottom?
Yeah,
I'm trying to
that's
figure out
Stranger.
that big,
Yeah, that's
large area is.
yeah, that's Stranger Things. Stranger Things, Escape the Dark, and Squid Game Survive
Okay.
the Trials. And plus, they've got a game room. So yeah, so Stranger Things over here to the right, like the Wednesday set that's over in King of Prussia. And then over here to the left, you've got the Squid Game portion. So in the one in King of Prussia, they've got One Piece and Wednesday. And here in Dallas, they've got Squid Game and Stranger Things. But let's see, what's the one in Vegas? And of course, in each one, they've got like a Netflix court, burger, viewing rooms, arcades, swag, and stuff to buy. But the
So
one in
you gotta wonder, they're doing this and spending the money on these retail spaces to convert these things.
Yeah.
If they do get this Warner Brothers, I wonder if they're going to try to go into theme parks next.
That's an excellent question. And it kind of depends on, I won't say that they'll rebuild it. I think what they'll do is they'll get a vector into it. Just like Harry Potter, that's Warner Brothers. Like they might like say pick a portion of the park or license it out so they don't have to build it, but they just sell the IP so somebody else can, well, we'll say license the IP.
Yeah.
So someone
Because
else
Universal usually gets like Stranger Things for the Halloween Horror Nights and all this stuff. So I'm just wondering where maybe that's where they're like, you know what, we're missing a way to capitalize on a lot of these things that we can. Yeah, I'm kind of wondering, just
But that's a very interesting thing because when you talk about changing theme parks, there are so many malls that have dead space. I haven't seen it here in Orlando. It seems because of the tourists, every freaking place in the mall.
Well, that one mall got converted
wiped
to
out.
Dieselland. Have you been there yet?
To which one?
Dieselland?
No.
Look up Dieselland Park.
I'll have to look. Yeah.
That'd be a cool thing if your
Mm-hmm.
nephews, kids, anybody out there are into cars and stuff like that. They have an indoor go-kart track. They have other stuff for adults. They have axe throwing. Yeah, they have an indoor one. And then there's a car and motorcycle museum. There's Batman rooms, James Bond rooms, movie theater for movie prop cars. It's a good time.
That's probably what's going to be happening to a lot of these malls that have stores that no longer need to exist. Like Lord and Taylor, I can't remember the last time I actually went into a Lord and Taylor. Bloomingdale's, I don't know how much longer they're going to be around. Neiman Marcus, that's not really going anywhere. Macy's isn't really going anywhere. But you've got these malls that are losing, like say, tenants. So I want to say, I hope Disney is paying attention. This should have been what the Star Cruiser should have been. It's a
True.
day, it's a day experience. Can you imagine if you go to like all these different rooms, my dinner with Vader, one where you
Oh,
get to do
wow.
pod racing, another one where you're basically in the Imperial Star Cruiser. I mean, those types of things that get people to come repeatedly to have that experience, but it's not something that requires a price point that is so freaking astronomical that you don't want to deal with it.
That's why that whole Star Cruiser thing crashed and burned really was the price.
Yeah. Yeah. The price
Uh,
and the experiences that they had, it wasn't, then again, it's based on the sequel trilogy. And
Yeah,
that was the problem.
they shouldn't have done that. They should have just left it. I digress. I don't want to go down that rabbit hole.
Hmm.
I do find it interesting that how Universal is having their Halloween Horror Nights experience. It's almost as though Netflix kind of paid attention there and came up with their own version of an experience using their IPs, or at least IPs that they
Well, think about it.
release.
They had to work with Universal with give them the rights to stuff to get things for doing their Stranger Things and all that stuff. So
Yeah.
That's true.
you
Yeah.
you're going to pay attention to this, and you're going to be like, well, hey, they're making this much in 1 month. Let's say a month and a half's time. Okay, because that's what it really runs, a month and a half. What if we did this 365 like they're doing out in Vegas, but we do this in smaller places to get some life into
Right.
these malls besides it? Because I'm pretty sure they probably
Yep.
got stocks in other stores that they want their other money coming in other
Mhm.
ways too. So
Mm-hmm.
Another thing to bring up about King of Prussia, this is what makes it such a savvy investment, so to speak. One, it's not in the city of Philadelphia. Okay. Two, it's located in one of the wealthiest suburbs, if not the wealthiest suburb in Montgomery County, which is what's that? Upper Gwinnett? No, not Upper Gwinnett. Dang it. Dylan, you'll have to remind me. It's been
I
so
forget.
long since I've been back. I think it's oh my gosh. Either way,
But it's an
it,
affluent area.
yes, yes. Roll down the windows and smell the money. That is King of
Wow.
Prussia. The other thing is it's a tourist mall. So if you've ever been to Orlando and you've been to the Florida Mall, you notice how crazy busy that is because of the tourism and everything. That's what King of
Mm-hmm.
Prussia is like, and they are owned by the same company, the Simon Group.
Yeah,
So
don't get me started on
Oh,
they're owned by the same group. So do not be
makes sense.
surprised if they eventually build something like that in Orlando. They're not in a rush. They don't have to do it right now, but I'm just saying, pay attention to where Simon malls are in space that's not being used because this could potentially happen. Let's see who else we got in here real quick before we move on. Let's see, Todd Dylan, that's there. How you doing, Dylan? And yes, 91X. Yeah, that is a problem. But it's almost like all the other malls that are located on the periphery close to the city of Philadelphia. That's a constant issue. That is a absolute constant issue. Although, if you're stupid to shoplift in Montgomery County, you really are dumb because you ain't nobody's hearing from you for quite some time. Hey Aldo, it was wonderful to get to meet you in person. I got to meet Aldo in person when he was here in
I'm jealous.
Orlando. He's so sweet. He's such a sweet guy. I have to send you pictures. Oh, okay, cool. Yes, and of course, it was lovely to meet you, my dear. I'm so glad I got to meet you. Um, yeah, keep an eye on that, Nita. Like I said, Simon Malls. I know they own the Florida Mall, and if you think that that won't happen, they built a freaking Primark.
Oh
Okay,
yeah.
so yeah.
What's funny is they sell the same winter clothing they do here in Germany at Primark. And I'm just kind of laughing because it's like only Northerners are going to buy that stuff. The Floridians aren't.
Hmm.
Yep.
They are. They are. Thank you, Dylan. Upper Marion. Dang it. I was going nuts. Yes, Upper Marion. Upper Marion. I hated playing like when I had to go as a cheerleader to basketball games because we went to Upper Marion and realized just how broke our town was. And you go in the parking lot and there's all the expensive cars that are there. Yeah, a
Well,
lot
it's
too
it's like
money.
going to White Castle in Orlando and seeing a friggin' goddamn Bentley convertible sitting
Hmm.
there. Why is there a Bentley in White Castle's parking lot? That would not happen where I'm from.
Mm-mm. No,
Hey,
not no.
those little burgers are delicious. It don't matter how much money you got.
Yeah, but I'll tell you
Yeah.
what. When you see the Bentley and the color of it and the interior of it, it was
Mhm.
not like an off the shelf one. This was like totally custom done. You're talking this
Well,
was insane.
Someone
well, that's
owns it.
that's because all of that is close to Dr. Phillips.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, just to remind people, Dr. Phillips is like King of Prussia,
Yeah.
literally. Almost the same thing. I'm like, oh, there's a Eddie V's, there's Ruth Chris, there's Del Frisco's. Uh, yeah, yeah, that's a yeah.
Yeah,
That's
Nita
not
I
just
feel
brought up
really
something in the
poor
chat.
when
Seriously,
I drive around there.
why didn't
girl.
Disney do something like Dieselland or Netflix with Star Wars? Because they're stupid. That's why they didn't do anything with it like that.
Mhm.
And they went away from what was the tried and true formula. Okay. The original trilogy, and for nostalgic reasons, the prequel trilogy. Okay, because that told us basically you're completing the arc of Anakin Skywalker. That was a tried and true thing. If you're asking why One Piece is over here, that's because the One Piece live action is really freaking good. And they made money off of it. And it got repeat watches. So between that and Wednesday, they knew how much money they were making. Squid Game, Stranger Things. This is all their stuff.
So if they didn't do it, somebody else was going to, and why wouldn't they, capitalize on that? That's
Mhm.
Right.
Exactly.
why why
Exactly.
You
why
know, it's
license
genius.
it out when they can make it themselves?
Right.
Well, it's genius because you can do something like this without getting into the cost of a theme park or the theme park industry, but you're
Mhm.
still providing immersive themed experiences. It's kind of, I don't know, I think this might compete, not necessarily with like vacationing, theme park vacations, but if you can't really afford to go to a theme park
Mhm.
or a theme park vacation, this could kind of serve as an alternative, to experience your favorite characters and stories in an immersive way, but without the price tag of, Disney or even Universal, because there are still people out there that just cannot afford theme parks at all, but maybe they could afford something like this.
Mhm. Okay, here's and something in my brain. Okay. Started accessing something in my brain. Guess what else is going to be in Dallas or near Dallas?
Anything
It's
but
like
the
an indoor
cowboy?
water park.
Remember the Universal kids park?
Oh, yeah,
Oh
yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Yep. Mm-hmm.
25-minute drive from Dallas Fort Worth.
Oh boy.
Do you
Perfect
see what
add-on.
do
Mm-hmm.
you see what's going on here? We can go to Dallas weekend trip with locals. Weekend trip. Guess what? You take the kids over there if you want, or if you've got the older kids, okay, we'll go to the Netflix experience that's opening up in like 5 days. All of that is it's freaking genius. It's absolutely freaking genius. Yes, RIP wallets. Yeah, I can see that. Especially Netflix has a way to showcase all the stuff that's coming and the sets that they're used to building and the swag and stuff. And who knows, they're probably going to be able to rent that thing out. Can you imagine having a one-piece birthday party?
Oh gosh.
Not me.
I would want a Wednesday party.
A Wednesday party, and that is in oh my gosh, Lower Marion. They got the money to do that. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Bye, Mama Lugo.
Mhm. Love you.
Good seeing you. Good seeing you. And Dadman is here as well. Howdy. Mouse Star Wars smells like the cheese turned green. Phew. I have a picture. I didn't have a chance to put it up, but when I was in Disney Springs, after I got to meet Aldo for a while, I went to go get some. Before I got to Gideon's, I went by the Star Wars trading post. And do you know what they had front and center for sale? I have to go back and get it. A
What?
Darth Vader baseball jersey.
Oh gosh. Huh.
Darth Vader baseball jersey. Like you walked right
That
by
stuff
the
is gonna
entrance,
sell more than the regular. That's it. I mean, the
and it
original
does.
trilogy outsells anything they did with Ray.
And it does. Anytime that there is something there that is original trilogy, it does not stay there for long. People will stalk you if you have it in your basket. That's that's the open secret that's there at the Disney parks. It's anything if it's original trilogy, people are trying to snap it up. They're absolutely trying to snap it up. But let's see. We're going to go from there. Last bit of Disney news and on a show. Bluey is coming to the Animal Kingdom next year
Oh yeah. I
at
heard about this.
at Conservation Station. So coming from Scott Gooston over there on X, new Bluey is coming to Animal Kingdom next year. Beginning in the summer 2026, guests can take a fun excursion to Conservation Station and play and dance with Bluey and Bingo. Get the wiggles out with fun animal twists to some of your favorite games from Bluey episodes. Now, I have a few things to add, and then I'll turn it over for you guys to talk about. Conservation Station in its heyday, all right, was amazing to go to. There's a train that you get on, and all the seats face outward, not front, outward. So you can see like all the animals and everything as you're going to Conservation Station, which is really cool. And then at Conservation Station, if you got there early enough, you could see them doing surgery on the animals, like checkups on the animals, dental stuff on. It was really cool to see them, like caring for the animals and all of that. It was experience you didn't get anywhere else, with the purpose of, again, conservation, making sure that the animals were healthy, that they were thriving. You could ask, the cast members how they cared for the animals. And it was something that was really, really cool to go and do. But again, with the emphasis on conservation, which is the whole existence for the Animal Kingdom Park, that emphasis on conservation. So I get how popular Bluey is. And they should have done this in the first place and put Bluey over in the studios, but that's neither here nor there. You're going to shoehorn Bluey into conservation station for what? Just a meet and greet and a temporary draw to conservation. To me, unless they bring something in there that talks about conserving, animal wildlife in Australia or animals from Australia,
Mm.
this just seems like a temporary band-aid to get people there. No, thoughts?
Oh, I have a lot of thoughts. We talked about this on that Park Place on Wednesday.
I have a question.
Mhm.
My question is, how long do they have the rights for?
Oh, true.
That's a good question. They've got them for a while because if I remember correctly, Bluey is coming to one of their cruise ships.
Okay, the cruise ship is
Mhm.
one thing. I thought that was a different division. Their theme parks, I'm wondering if they don't have it for long, so they didn't actually create a land for it.
No, I think this is just a knee-jerk reaction to Epic Universe, and it's another reaction that's kind of late in the game. They should have been thinking about this years ago
But didn't
when.
they try to bring them in and they didn't have the rights right?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
they didn't do it right.
they didn't have the legal stuff right.
So that's what I'm wondering is how long they have this out for, because it's really not one of their IPs. They don't own it.
No.
So that means, do the people who create Bluey have more say on what they can do with these characters and what they can do there? That's what I'm wondering, how they're going to present that from that, since they don't own it. They can't really Disneyfy it.
No, because
Yeah.
BBC owns a license, if I remember correctly, even though the show is produced in Australia. Then again, Australia is a Commonwealth country. They all under the Queen. The BBC owns a license, just like the BBC owned the license for that godforsaken reboot of Doctor Who on Disney Plus.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bluey right now is more popular on Disney Plus than anything, because I don't know if some of y'all have ever seen the episodes of Bluey, but that's some good TV right there. No matter what age you are, whether you're a kid,
I
a
haven't watched it.
teenager, a parent, or a grandparent,
Yeah.
Bluey is a good
It,
time.
My attention span
harkens,
for kids shows goes like this, and that's it. See you.
it
Not this
harkens
one.
back to like shows in the 80s and 90s where it was very simple, simplistic family value messaging for toddlers, and kindergartners. So, if you have kids, yeah, you would easily watch it with your kids because, like, Bear in the Big Blue House was a big thing when my older son was growing
Yeah,
up. So
I remember
that
that.
drew me in because it was so cute and the puppeteering was adorable and the puppets, and it was like that Jim Henson thing. And I take it Bluey, it kind of has that same effect. It just draws you in because it's cute and very safe for kids, and parents will sit there and watch it with their kids, or at least listen to it while they're doing other things.
It is it's very safe. Like, for example, the one episode where I think the aunt was getting married and she ran away, and the kids were like, "Why is Auntie so and so running away from her marriage?" And they're like, parents are like, well, I don't know how to quite explain that. But there's family dynamics that's in there, you know, the grandma who just like spoils them to death, the weird relatives that show up. I mean, it's safe to watch, and there's some funny ass stuff that's in there. Like the one where the dad, I think I forget, was it was it called Beeper? I don't know, but anytime that the kids made a certain sound, the dad had to dance. Like that was like the pact that they made. And literally, while the dad was in the middle of the street, crossing the street, they did that. and he was like, "Okay, I'm doing this for my kids," and it's so cute. He did it anyway, but yeah, it is fun. And Dylan's right, fun for kids, but featuring jokes for older people. Yes, remember how in the Muppets where they would do jokes that went way over our heads as kids, but as adults we're just
But
like,
parents
oh
caught it.
dang, I can't believe I got away with that. Yeah, yes, Dylan, thank you. Dance mode. Yeah. And sleepy time, or I think it was sleepy time. I think so. That was probably the favorite one. Kids don't want to go to bed, but they have their dreams and everything. Either way, either way, Bluey is a huge property, extremely, extremely huge property. And again, if they took Bluey off of Disney Plus,
I know, yeah. Disney Plus would tank miserably even more than it already is. That's the
mhm,
main thing that's keeping Disney Plus even on. um, I think too, one of the strategic plans that they or reasons they did this was to force a lot of the theme park crowds to have to walk to the back of the park and actually look at the rest of the park other than just the areas where the attractions are, which tend to be more towards the front. So it's like Disney's kind of manipulating the crowds to get them to get more to the back to enjoy the entire uh, landscape of the park. And
I
I don't know
oh
what
sorry, Erica.
someone
I
brought
didn't
up.
mean to.
Someone brought up a good point on our panel on Wednesday on the crowd possibly being really big for this and how that could create a lot of congestion and bottlenecking for that train that takes you back to that area.
Mhm.
And I thought at the time, my mindset was, well, Disney could always build pathways and more themed areas, maybe even another land, if they're going to get rid of this conservation stuff and it's just going to be free and clear land, that gives them room to build leading into that area. But Tom now brought up a good point about, well, how long do they have this IP for to do this? So now I'm like, I'm
I think
leaning
a
more
weird
towards
thing.
it's
Sorry.
temporary.
I think a
Huh?
weird. I think a weird things that always pops
No,
in.
it's not weird.
I
It's good. It's thought
deconstruct
provoking. I hadn't thought of
backwards.
that.
I look at failure points first. Yeah, you know why,
Yeah.
Lorena. Lorena gets
Mhm.
that.
Yep. I do. I do. But yeah, you're absolutely right, because conservation station is not a huge draw. So let's actually
Mhm.
step back a little bit. But I just wanted to show you consistently in the Nielsen ratings, Disney Plus, what, Bluey, always in the top 10, literally every single week. They come out with the Nielsen ratings for
Yeah.
streaming. And how many shows does Netflix have up there?
Mm,
Four,
like
technically
five,
five,
6, 6 in
six.
total out of the 10.
That Frankenstein, you got to watch that if you have not watched it yet. That film is freaking amazing. I will put that up there with Bram Stoker's Dracula. Um, I love Van Helsing. I'm sorry. Sorry, not sorry. I love Van Helsing, but that's a good ass movie. It really was Frankenstein. But to get back to Bluey really, really quick. So let's step back a little bit. Remember when Animal Kingdom was like a half day park? Hardly anybody really
Yeah.
spent time there.
Mhm.
They worked with James Cameron. And remember, James Cameron had the type of creative control that J.K. Rowling did for Wizarding World of Harry Potter. When they put Land of Pandora in Animal Kingdom, that's what made Animal Kingdom a day park. They took an area back there hadn't really been used and did it big, and
Yeah, I
that brought
remember
in
when it
people.
opened. You couldn't get near it when it opened.
No, at
Oh,
all.
yeah.
People
I was there
willingly.
opening weekend. It was
Oh my
crazy.
god.
I was there. We might have
Uh,
passed each other,
I
Erica. I
was
was
one of
there.
probably did. I got a photo of me and my older son. That ooh, it's crazy. It was fun though, but crazy.
It was nuts. I mean, it's like people will wait 2 to 3 hours for Flight of Passage. Why? Because as soon as you step first, you had to go through the land to begin with. Then you step in the queue, and again, that's when the attraction starts, not when you get in the ride vehicle
Yeah.
or the VR room.
Mhm.
Starts immediately when you walk in. You are
It has,
literally getting stepped through the whole entire movie. So
it has to be a good
people,
queue.
it has to be a
If
good
the
queue.
queue stinks, that ride better be beyond stellar.
Hmm. Yeah,
Well, you
like
gotta have that now in Florida with it being so hot. That's one thing that Disney did start doing was more longer, in-depth indoor themed queues that are air conditioned. That is freaking smart.
Well, that's why Epic did what they did too. I mean,
Yep. Well, we got all
yeah.
those Imagineers went to Universal and took all that those
Hmm.
ideas over there
it's
too.
like, hey, we live in a we're opening this park, and it's in a place that it's ungodly hot and rains like hell every day at 3 p.m.
Hmm.
So how do we keep
Yeah.
our guests happy? Stick them inside an AC. Give them
Hmm.
something to do.
Mhm.
Yeah, and I agree. It needs to be open longer in order to see how beautiful Pandora looks at night. It looks like nowhere else. You literally feel like you're on a different planet
I've
with like
heard
all the bioluminescence and the sounds and everything. It's insane.
MJ said that they've expanded their hours to now 9:30 p.m. I don't know when that starts or started, but they are
Hmm.
going to be opening Animal Kingdom later. I think for that reason.
Okay.
They should,
I'm gonna have to check the times because that's
well, it
one of
gets
the
dark at
reasons why I
5 o'clock
haven't been
now,
there.
though.
Yeah, but they would close the park like around 6. So you would
Yep.
hardly get any time to immerse yourself in there.
Well, that's just
So
like Epic. At nighttime, it looks
yeah,
completely different.
it's like it's a place that
Unless you
people
have
like
the
to
after
stay in.
hours thing. And even then, it's not on every occasion.
Hmm.
They don't have those after hours events very much at Animal Kingdom. They're
No.
very far and few between.
Didn't they say that was
How-
because of the animals? Some kind of crap like that.
Yeah.
That's what they said, and then Pandora opened up, and then they couldn't use that excuse anymore, especially
Well,
with
they
how
bring the
everything
animals in
looks.
at night anyways for
Hmm.
them to sleep. I don't think many of those animals are out in those habitats overnight. They bring them indoors into
No.
the facilities that are built into the habitats. So it never made sense. I could see, okay, maybe not do fireworks, even if they are indoors because they are so
Hmm.
loud. That's fine. But you can still keep the park open, late and let people enjoy the theming and the attractions and just close off those zoo areas if there's no animals.
Yeah, the other thing is it's not all the animals are outside. And I didn't
Yep.
here's how I learned this when I stayed at the Animal Kingdom Lodge, because at night you could actually go out and they would give you night vision goggles so you could see like the animals that were out at night. Even at night, because I was on the savannah, some of them, they're out there, they find their little space that they want to sleep. So there's like a place where they can go to like eat and stuff, because each animal has a different kind of sound. Like all of a sudden the animals will be there, then they'll turn around and start leaving. It's like, where's everybody going? They know the sound that says dinner, so they'll leave the savannah and go and eat, and come back. But once they put Pandora out there with how it looks like at night, it looks great during the day too. They unlike
Yeah.
Tiana's Bayou freaking Adventure, Pandora looks
Berkeley
as
Mountain.
good at during the day. It actually looks better at night, but you can experience it well both day and night. But night is just the preferred one, just because of how it looks. So yeah, Bluey coming next year to Conservation Station. That's gonna be interesting, because Conservation Station has this little. Is it right off of Kilimanjaro Safaris? But yeah, there's this long pathway you have to go up.
It's been a long time since I've been there, so
Yeah, I haven't been to Conservation Station since they stopped doing conservation station type of things. But we've got 80 of you folks here in the chat. Thank you so much on all of our channels here. Erica's, Tom's, mine. Make sure you thumbs up, love, like that. Appreciate that. Let's get to some Christmas planning, I'll say holiday planning. I'm going to throw that out. I just want to share this because this is over at Universal Studios Japan. If you're not following the Universal
I like
Studios
that.
Japan X account, you need to,
You got a
because
shark for Christmas.
yes, look, with the
Gosh, what
redragon
the?
and a bow.
It's like Jaws for Christmas.
It
Gotta
looks
love it.
so weird. The bow on its head, like it's a girl.
It's a
Funny
present. It's a
looking.
big shark steak. I'd take it.
You know what? Hello Kitty, because I have it. I don't know where my shirt is, but for Hello Kitty, they have a Hello Kitty Jaws shirt, and Jaws, you can see Jaws coming up the water, and Jaws has a Hello Kitty bow. It's the funniest freaking thing.
I seen some interesting Hello Kitty stuff when we were looking for my granddaughter.
Let's see. 50 years ago today, the movie Jaws was released in Japan at USJ. Enjoy the world of Jaws to the fullest. Anniversary exclusive delights are all lined up. So they may be doing the same thing that they did here at Universal Orlando. Remember, they had like Amity Island
Yeah.
recreated. So it's probably the same thing that they did over in Japan. But yeah, follow the Universal Studios Japan account. It's insane stuff that they have there. And this is a Tokyo Disney Resort monorail.
What?
This
Oh
is
my gosh.
this is the one that goes, I think it goes from Narita Airport
To the
to
part.
Tokyo Disneyland. I'm reading up on it because hopefully, God willing, and a creek don't rise. I'm gonna go to Japan in 2027. This monorail. Can you imagine if Disney did this?
Ooh,
Well, they
man.
did, but just in another country.
Oh,
Have you seen, okay, I'm derailing here, but I keep getting images of their Christmas merch through Instagram.
mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh. They got these cute little white puffy bows. It's like a white plushy bow and it's got like a Christmas Mickey in the middle. I'm like, oh my gosh. I'm like, and the mittens and the little ear mufflers. And it's all like this matching like
Wait,
layette
they're
set of
mufflers? They have car parts?
yeah.
They got my attention.
No, the ear whatever
Mufflers.
Earmuffs.
your ears warm. Earmuffs. There you go. Sorry. Yeah.
Mufflers, I'm like thinking, wait, so I can drown out kids with these
Not
things? Can I
not
have
like
them, please?
not
Are
like
they active?
Midas. Not a Midas muffler
Mm.
shop, but no, just
Performance?
Disneyland. Well, first of all, Christmas in Japan is on another level. They go all out and it's insane, and I freaking love it. If you watch anime, there's always usually a Christmas episode in that as well. That's just crazy and off the chain. My favorite, My Hero Academia Christmas, where they do that. It's freaking awesome. But they have these monorails that run, and this is the one that goes again from Narita Airport to Tokyo Disneyland. And this is so freaking.
So
Even
wait,
the handles
you
have.
don't even have to take a taxi. You could just get on this thing and go right to your.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, shocked me too. That I'm like, okay, so we can take, because you have to. Of course, you got to pay. No big deal, but it happens everywhere. But I've seen videos of some folks who've gone, and they land at Narita, and then they go purchase the train fare to get on this monorail train that takes you over there. I'm like, that is flipping fabulous how they do that. But then again, you also have to remember Tokyo Disneyland is not 100% owned by Disney. It is
No.
owned mainly by Oriental Land Company. And if I remember the story correctly, they tried to get Eisner to build the park in Tokyo. And he was just like, look, the only way we're going to build the park is you pay for most of it. They're like, okay, done. So that's how that happened. They were not anxious to build a park in Tokyo, as opposed to Iger and the CCP building it over in China. They were fawning all over the place to go build it there. But this, in Japan, Iger's like, yeah, nah. We'll lend you our Imagineers, just like they're lending Imagineers to the Disney park that's going to be over in the Middle East. Same deal. But just look at this. Reminds me of 90s Disney, 90s, 2000s, Eisner era Disney, with
They've got
just
Mickeys that look like gnomes. They got the gnome hats, which is a big thing in Europe. I'm surprised they have that in Japan, but somehow that's caught on. So they married the two together. Like, it sounds weird when you say, but when you look at the actual little plushies, they're freaking cute.
You know what? I will admit, I have to do I love gnomes. I love garden gnomes. Okay, it's probably German heritage. But then again, if you live in Philadelphia, again, it's like the German part that you get the gnomes. I have to have Christmas gnomes. I have to have Christmas gnomes. I have to have beach Santa, Black Santa, beach Santa.
You got
Christmas
beach Santa.
gnomes. I do. But
I wonder where the hell that came from.
I believe it came from an elf named Linda.
Yeah.
So I have him up there. Usually I'll have him with I'll have little Christmas trees that are made from shells, because we get those down here. So I'll put him down there on the beach. On a little beach. It's really, really cool. But yeah, they take this whole aesthetic and they even have a darn stamp rally. That's a thing with the stamps and everything. But the reason that I bring all this up, ooh, let me play this here. Get out!
Gosh.
Get your stamps. Oh my gosh.
So whimsy. It's one thing Disney in the States has gotten away from, is making their characters feel whimsical like that.
Absolutely. It was just fun. Christmas spirit. The fact that they use joy to the world.
And it was clean.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
yeah.
Everything's there.
Yeah, they're really particular about that in Japan, being clean and everything in it.
Yeah, I mean, I love the ones that. First of all,
I never noticed the monorails having Mickey-shaped windows before.
That's what got my attention. And they don't.
It is part of their public transportation. It's not like at Disney World where it's an attraction, and in Disneyland, this is like public, like from the airport and you have to pay for it. It's not included in like your Disney resort, like vacation package or anything. It is a completely separate purchase, but worth it if you want to start your vacation,
Oh my gosh.
I mean,
isn't it?
I wonder if their monorails catch on fire.
Or smell like
probably not.
Baby puke.
Smell like pee in the summer. That pee smell. It looks like it's something they actually keep up maintenance on it. The show. Oh my gosh!
I mean, the hand grabs have Mickey hats on them.
Yeah, and
I know.
Look at the pattern on the seats.
That would last all of 5 seconds in Orlando.
It looks like plush.
That's very 90s. The seats look very Disney, like 90s Disney. Oh goodness.
Which is probably on purpose, because that's exactly the time period where Icer basically said, "Yeah, we'll lend you our Imagineers, but you gotta do most of the stuff for the park."
I think whoever they have doing their stuff now, they kept that alive, that type of thing, saying, "Hey, this is what we
Yeah.
got. This is how we keep this going," and it's smart.
And it's also what a lot of people, a lot of folks like myself who are in this theme park game are like, if we want to see Walt's original vision of Walt Disney World, we've got to go to Japan. Literally.
Yeah.
That's how they've
You know,
that's
the
it.
Japanese keep kids in mind when they're developing and designing this stuff and conceptualizing. They don't shy away from what
Mhm.
kids would like. And if kids love it, parents are going to naturally love it too. But they seem to have their priorities in check.
Yeah, it's just it's absolutely amazing. And folks, if you think this is a one-off, one of the things on my bucket list when I visit Japan is I have to ride the Hello Kitty Shinkansen. Yeah, I have CJ to blame
Mm.
for turning me on to that because he sent me a video of it and my jaw just dropped. Hello Kitty, especially for those of us who grew up with Hello Kitty,
Yep.
doesn't matter how old
Mhm.
you are, Hello Kitty merch, we gotta have it. We have totally got to have
You'll
it.
find characters under that genre of Hello Kitty in Japan that you won't see here in the States.
Hmm. I plead the fifth.
Smart move.
Well, let's see. Izzo's places. I'm a few minutes behind, but I highly recommend Disney and Universal Japan. I went last April. The parks are better than any of my memories of the Orlando parks in the 80s. Yeah, I don't know if you've noticed this on X, but whenever Ron DeSantis mentions talks with Japan and like visiting the prime minister and their representatives coming to Florida, because Japan, behind the UK, Japan is the second largest tourist market investor in the state of Florida. If you've grown up going to the Disney parks, especially around Christmas, like January 1st, it seems everybody from Japan just just like invaded Walt Disney World. They were just everywhere. We want that nonstop flight from Orlando to Narita Airport in Tokyo. And DeSantis is like, we're working on it. That is going to blow stuff up. I'm like, I want that direct flight. I do not want to have to layover in LA. It's like we want that direct flight. We want that JAL direct flight from Orlando to Narita Airport. When they do that, I can't imagine what that flight is going to look like. I can't. It's gonna be amazing. Lorena's favorite monorail is at Dutch Wonderland. LOL. Yeah, that was the first one I ever rode. Was Dutch Wonderland. And yes, it is cute even without the holiday overlay. Yeah, it just looks amazing. It's amazing. Yes, Disney is literally the creative partner. Yeah, that's it. That they bring the Imagineers over to basically put into place what Oriental Land Company wants to do. Totally.
Shoot, at this point, are they even needed anymore? I mean, seems like they already know what to do. I don't think they need much consulting from the Imagineers.
You know what, Erica? They're bringing some of those Imagineers who worked at Tokyo Disneyland back over here. I
Yeah.
forget which one they brought back, but a couple of
Oh,
them bought it.
okay.
That's on my bucket list too. It's Hello
Uh,
Kitty Land. I
it's
so
an actual land. I've heard of the store in Tokyo. I didn't know there was a Hello Kitty land.
mm-hmm. There is.
Oh, geez.
There is.
Maybe I should book with you. Go with you.
I'm hoping to bring my sister with me because she used to live in South Korea for a couple of years. And I think she took a side trip to Japan. I'm like, yeah, I need to bring you with me because that going to Japan is like a bucket list trip.
I'd go to
For
Japan, but there's a certain section that has nothing but guitars, and I would never leave.
Mm. I've heard Korea is the place to be for shopping for clothes because apparently clothing is really cheap and they got like really good fashions.
That's what I've heard too. Oh, just awesome. But yeah, see folks in here. We're going to be talking about this is the perfect music. So they're putting up the Christmas tree. They do this overnight. I'm going to give you guys some tips about how to survive the theme parks for the holidays, especially in Orlando. Your girl used to do this on a regular because we didn't go in the summer. So once I had enough money where I did not have to go to Disney in the summer, we just went for Christmas. Which is one of the worst times that you could go if it's your first trip. I tell people if it's your first trip, don't go around Christmas. You will freaking hate humanity. And that's how they get the tree up there. Which is really cool how they do it. But we'll hop back over here. I'm gonna run this. I'll be able to skip through, but this is the video that I did live stream that I did last year. So this is back when the Grand Floridian looked like it should be for Christmas, as opposed to what they've done to it now. So one thing you definitely have to do. Where's the fireworks part? Did I miss it? No, I walked out to the. Well, I'll let that play because you kind of need to see this part. You definitely need a plan. Number one, if you are going to the Disney parks or even Universal, first of all, if you're even setting foot inside the Orlando bubble, you need a plan because pretty much everybody, whether you're in the state, whether you're in the United States, or whether you're coming in from the UK, Japan, or South Korea, I'll include Canada in there too. Yeah, especially Canada. Okay. So many freaking people invade the state. You have a lot of people in the state. So you need to make sure that you have a plan of exactly where you want to go, where you want to be, how you're going to get there, and what it is that you plan to do. And when it comes to what it is that you plan to do, I suggest cutting that sucker in half because you're not going to get to do everything, especially when it comes to Walt Disney World. I mean, the same will still apply for Universal. Let's put it this way: if your plan is good for Disney World, it'll apply to Universal. Yeah. See, this is the other thing. Fireworks. You don't have to see the fireworks.
Just walked that
yes,
chair
he
right
did.
in front of you.
And they do it every time.
And it's like, I want to put my Grand Floridian chair there. I don't care if you're sitting there with your camera. I don't care.
No, this part is where this is outside of Gasparilla. And the reason why I bring this up is because you do not have to watch the fireworks from the mosh pit inside the park. You guys have heard me say this repeatedly, especially when it comes to Christmas. There are too many freaking people, especially that week of Christmas, that are crammed into
it's insane. Yeah, that night and 4th of July used to be insane.
Nuts. Absolutely nuts. So this is, I say, watch the fireworks from one of the monorail resorts. So this is at the Grand Floridian in front of the Gasparilla Grill and Games. So what a lot of people like to do, including myself, you go get your food inside, you claim one of the tables outside, or like this dude, just grab a chair and drag it over.
See, I would have got up and sat in it.
Well, I was streaming one, of course, but I'm showing you.
I would have been that guy. Just thanks for giving me the chair, buddy.
You would have been that guy. We know you, Tom. You would have been that guy. But with this one, you can see the castle. It's fine, lit up, all of that. Um, you can just go over here and just chill. But you see all the people, they're already getting ready to watch it. And there's plenty of space where you can sit down and watch that. So I highly suggest not watching the fireworks inside the Magic Kingdom unless you plan to stay there for a whole hour and a half before leaving the park. Because the line for the monorail is freaking insane. The resort monorail is a little better, but still, the any transportation trying to get out jacked up for at least 2 hours.
Oh yeah.
You're not you're not getting out. You're not getting out. You're
So
not getting out.
tell me, we go inside next, don't we? You were walking around, if I remember
Let's
correctly.
see. I think with this one, oh, see, there's the deer outside. I think I went to the fireworks. Did I go? Yeah. Okay, so another place to watch the fireworks is if you go to the boat dock. This is where if you're taking the boat, that's another secret too. You can just take the water transportation from the Magic Kingdom to the resort. So especially to the Grand Floridian and the Polynesian. So this is the boat dock at the Grand Floridian, like literally right around the corner from Narcoossee's, which of course inside now looks like a Red Lobster. That is not a good thing.
Oh,
Yeah, they girl.
haven't seen the inside of it since it's reopened. I've never eaten there either, so there's that.
I've been. That was one of my family favorite restaurants to go to because you get to sit down and you can go out like on the deck and see the fireworks.
Mhm.
So it's very popular to book that or Ohana or I guess, well, they put it behind a price wall up at California Grill to see the fireworks
Yeah.
while you're dining. And it had this old Florida feel. That looks like a Red Lobster on the inside. So I haven't really been there since then. But you can go out here on the dock and watch the fireworks as well, which is really nice. There's nobody in front of you for the most part. You can
Do
watch
they
all.
pipe the music in?
Yes, they do. I'm glad
That's
you
what's nice.
brought that up. I'm glad you brought that up. They pipe the music in here, the beach at the Polynesian, also the observation deck out at the Contemporary as well. They pipe it in there. If you are in the restaurants like Narcoossee's, if you're in Narcoossee's, they pipe in the music there. If you are in Ohana, they pipe the music in there as well. And the California Grill.
So the
Mhm.
only thing you're really not seeing from this position is the projections on the castle. That's about it.
That is
Yeah.
correct. I
Whoopie do.
think the I think the only place you can see the projections
The
is
Contemporary, you can
the
see them a little bit,
yeah, the
but I'm not
Contemporary a
but
little
it's
bit.
not like it's right in front of you. You can see all the clear pictures of all the,
Wow.
you know, animations.
Because how it was is it was never well, all of it was put together with projections not even being in mind. Projections were just like this cheap thing that they decided to put up there instead of using the dream lights. Now, when they had the dream lights on, you could see that no
Mhm.
matter no matter where you were. So these are the happily ever after fireworks, which are nothing like the Halloween fireworks,
Mhm.
nothing like the fantasy in the sky fireworks at all. But they're still nice to see. So that's a place where you can go and see them. Those places to watch will be quite crowded. So over there, you see the Contemporary. So if you go onto the fourth floor of the Contemporary, when you take the monorail, that's where they drop you off. No, I think you go down one and you get on the monorail. That whole observation deck, that's the Grand Canyon Concourse. So you go past where Buena Vista Gifts is, Fantasia Gifts, past the arcade, past where the flat gingerbread houses, and there's doors on one side and doors on the other side. And you go out there. That's the observation deck to watch the fireworks. You could go further up the other floors if you want to, but there's one part of the observation deck that has actual seats where you can sit that has like the best vantage point
Cool.
of the fireworks, which is nice, but first come first serve. And Disney hasn't made ears this good in a long time. Christmas. I kept mine. I'm like, no, I'm not selling them. People are like, where'd you get them? Where'd you get them? So let's see. Okay, so we're on our way back into the Grand Floridian. Again, the Grand Floridian at Christmas used to be a much do every year. But even if you're regardless of where you are in the Walt Disney World Resort, the resorts are, I want to say, Christmas displays in and of themselves. Like you go to the beach club, you can see, oh my gosh, you can see the carousel gingerbread house that like rotates, which is really awesome. You can go there. You can go to the boardwalk where they have kind of like these they have a gingerbread house there. It's nowhere near as big as the Grand Floridian, but they have different, treats and stuff that you can get there. The Wilderness Lodge.
Well, Lorena, you just said nowhere near as big as the Grand Floridian. Well, that was past tense.
Yeah, that's true. Now the carousel at the beach club is the biggest gingerbread house. Although it's not a house, it's a chocolate carousel.
It's
which is it's very cool. It's very cool to go. You can just smell. Oh God, you can smell gingerbread house. You can smell the gingerbread. Carousel, you can smell the chocolate. My goodness.
Chocolate.
Oh my God. The
that chocolate molding and the ganache. Yeah.
You're killing me, Smalls. You're killing me.
And right next to it, you can buy treats and stuff.
I got my chocolate right here. I can't watch this and not indulge in chocolate.
I got water. Okay, water.
You got water.
Me too.
You got water. Okay, so let's see. So here's where we're walking. We're walking. Of course, there's the pool that's over there. Movies by the pool. Go and check that out. Yes, all the pools are heated, which is nice. So we're going inside here. The oh my gosh, I'm blanking. Grand Floridian Cafe, sorry, to the right. Consistently good restaurant. See all the gorgeous marble that's on the floor? They made a big deal to remind people that they got that marble from Italy and brought it over. It is beautiful when you walk inside the resort and look at it. Also, restaurants are booked to the hilt. So if you're planning to dine at the Walt Disney Resort Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, good luck.
Yeah.
You better know somebody.
Yeah, you better know somebody or have some really, really good
I love that gift shop.
Interaction skills.
That Grand Floridian gift shop. They got some really unique, just really pretty things. I just like the store. The store is laid out very nice. I mean, if you're into like tennis and like golf, you'll get outfits like that there. But they got cute like Grand Floridian lounge flies.
Hey, that looks ears. It's missing a bar.
Yeah, I know. Remember, see, there's the bird cage. See, people, if you thought I was making this up, all right, let me blow it up.
Yeah.
Was that, see that to the right? That was the bird cage. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That was the bird cage. One of the recurring themes on the Grand Floridian tree are the bird cages, which is why I keep trying to find these freaking bird cages because I want to recreate the same thing on my tree. There'll be mini bird cages on the trees. So yes, so they have turned that they basically molested that darn thing and made it a bar.
They molested it. They destroyed it.
Yeah, they destroyed it. Yeah.
Look at the floor. Look at the rug. Look at everything. It's just that looks so classy there. and
That
it looks like a friggin' jumbled mess now.
It's
there's
very loud and busy, the
yes.
new carpet.
The
It
new
kind of makes
carpet
me dizzy.
compared to the skies, the spills and puke.
I mean, the Grand
Mm.
Floridian is always busy at Christmas, but a good busy. Do you know what I mean? Like it was so much activity and just first of all, the smell of the gingerbread house. I cannot emphasize to you the experience of being there and there's this big ass gingerbread house that you can smell before you see it.
They have that scent at the Magic Candle Company, and it smells really good, by the way, because I bought it last year, and it was one of my favorite scents that
You
I
know,
got.
when we were there last, I don't recall if they had any scent going on. I wonder if they're doing that at all.
They did last year. It was not as strong, and I think I brought that up. I said
Yeah, but
it's
I
not
mean, now that the
strong
bar's there, what are they doing?
this year.
Yeah, I mean,
More
we
than like
haven't been there
Mm.
since they put the
more than
tree up.
likely nothing. More than
Uh,
likely
So
nothing.
you walk by and it smells like wine and liquor?
And
they didn't
puke.
smell. It's just there was not a memorable smell this time when we were last. The
No,
tree wasn't up yet, so it didn't even have like a pine scent or anything like that.
no. And
Mm.
usually when you walk in, you'll smell that like pine scent to begin with, and then you'll smell the gingerbread. Wait, did I go the back way? I always go the back way. Okay. There's a way to get to the second floor without having to go through a whole bunch of people. You have to go. I keep calling the back way. That's where the lace is. That's where you go to the second floor bathroom. So here's another thing. The second floor bathrooms are way cleaner and less busy than the other ones. So that's over there where Victoria and Alberts is,
Mm. Mhm.
along with Narcoossee. So yeah, if you're looking for a bathroom that's not overrun with people, because it's on the first floor, you can go on the second floor.
Hmm.
But that's where
Good
the
to know.
band. This is where the band used to be. Remember? Remember the band?
I miss
Okay.
that band. It was so soothing to hear them play.
So the whole area, that's a perfect picture. The whole area now is just a bar.
hmm
And
Like
a piano.
they took out they took this out, didn't they?
Yeah, they did.
Well,
That's
they
part of
had
the wall.
to.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
the whole thing is gone. It's you should snip that. We should compare it to the picture we took with the bar and stuff.
hmm Because now I think Dan said there's like what only maybe 5 feet of clearance now between where the bar chairs are
I mean, you have
and the
people sitting
tree,
there to get their picture. You know,
and that's
it's
where the
like
piano was.
so. Look at a rug difference. My God.
It's because it does not clash with the light because this is supposed to be old Florida, so it's light, airy. You have whatever rugs that you have in there. It's always very, very light colors.
Isn't it
And
supposed to reflect like the Florida, like Gilded Age of
yes,
Florida?
yes, exactly.
When
Exactly
we're
that.
getting into like the Flagler era, like is it Henry
Henry
Flagler? Is that his
Flagler.
name?
Yep,
Then
Henry
there no,
Flagler.
but there was the other one, Plant. It wasn't his name Henry also? HB Plant, because that's University of Tampa now, but it used to be his that was his mansion. He was
Mhm.
but these are people that rubbed elbows with each other back in like the Gilded Age in
Yeah,
Florida.
this was new money. Standard.
Hmm.
Remember when we keep saying Standard Oil built up Florida? Both of those guys were involved with Standard Oil.
Yep. And the railways. Hmm.
Yeah, the railways and all of this is supposed to be that harkening back to old Florida. That's why the buildings are named after keys in Florida. Like Cedar, yeah, there is a Cedar Key, Largo Key. That's what these were supposed to remind you of, stepping back in time into turn of the century, old Florida. I mean, just look at like the furnishings, like the chairs and the couches and just that's what we had. Like, look, that's like old Florida, rattan chairs and all that. Look at how that
Mhm.
matches. Now they have like ugly ass stuff.
Well, it was
That's sad.
understated and timeless. That it was that kind of classiness that doesn't go
Mhm.
out of style.
If you look at the
Um,
pictures, you
Now
get
I don't know what the hell they're doing now. I'm not even going to say what they're doing is trying to be trendy because it's just that ugly.
that's the $95 gingerbread house, y'all.
I would have bought that and preserved it and used it every year.
Especially for $95.
Thing wouldn't last 5 minutes.
I mean, you can't eat that stuff. It's been so hard, it'll break your teeth.
No, you can eat it. You just got to dunk it in coffee.
That's disgusting.
No, it's
Yeah.
not.
Yeah, Izzo,
Doesn't it lose flavor? Is it like stale?
This one? Probably not.
Yeah, the ginger.
Probably not.
I could never bring myself to eat a gingerbread house. If I buy one, I throw it away after the season.
I am crush, kill, destroy that gingerbread house any which way I can. Fee, fi, fo, fum. I will destroy that house and eat it.
I bought it.
Well,
I'm going to eat it. Damn it!
Yep.
all
And
of that
now if I bought
stuff.
an ornament and it wasn't real, I'm going to be upset.
This is
I'm a
well,
gingerbread fiend, so.
CJ said the same. Um, Izzo, you know what? That's a good point. The Caribbean beach resort it's probably the next best thing to kind of replicating the Grand Floridian a little bit. I avoided the Caribbean beach resort because I'm like, it looks like Florida. I'm like, it looks like
Yeah,
the condos around here. But for people who haven't, one, it is literally the nexus of the transportation for the Skyliner. It is more affordable, definitely. It is more affordable. Although for me, it's the Caribbean beach resort for how much they do charge, which it is cheaper. I'm just like, I could stay at Art of Animation and have extra money left over, but
Buy a
it's just a
gingerbread house?
preference. Hmm?
To
oh,
buy
I'm
that
the
gingerbread house.
opposite.
Which one?
I said so you could buy the gingerbread house with that extra money.
Yeah, pretty much. But it all boils down to pretty much what amenities you want for your family. I recommend the Caribbean beach resort. It all depends on what your budget is. You can definitely get your
Yeah.
money's worth. The Caribbean beach resort, it's beautiful. There's all these amenities there, especially the bikes that you can get, like the tandem bikes and everything, and ride around. It's very, very spread out, and it's beautiful. It's beautiful.
I
It
love the
really,
beach club.
really is.
So far, but we've only stayed at 2 deluxe resorts our entire lives. We did contemporary for Christian's graduation, and it was probably a one and done. Um, and then we did beach club years ago for our second honeymoon, and yeah, beach club well, this was back in like 2011, so different vibe back then, but it was really nice. I loved the beach club.
That is one of my favorite resorts to crash. It's a beach club. I'm not
Yeah.
kidding.
When
Just
we walk on Epcot, yeah, we'll go back there and we'll walk
mhm.
through the lobby and because I just love that resort. I haven't stayed at you think, okay, because you're there more than I am.
Mhm.
Grand Floridian, is it as loud as the Contemporary?
It is louder than the Contemporary
Oh, really?
because of the amount of people. I would say from 6 p.m. until midnight, it's louder than the Contemporary. Then after that,
That's interesting.
it goes down because, of course, the Contemporary, you've got Chef Mickey. That's gonna be funny because I'm bringing my whole family, including 3 kids,
Mm.
to Chef Mickey. That's gonna be something else. Chef Mickey is what contributes to a lot of that
Yeah.
noise.
Yeah.
Because whenever I work remotely, I like to work over at the Outer Rim bar during the
Yeah.
day.
Mhm.
It's like dead quiet. I always know when Chef Mickey is going to start opening up because all of a sudden you start hearing all this activity
Yeah.
that goes.
It echoes up. That's why I was asking because we've never stayed at the Grand Floridian, but it's almost it's got a similar concept the way the hotels were built, where you got that big open lobby and
Mhm,
like the rooms are kind of in a way facing not yes and no. I haven't been up to the upper levels of the Grand Floridian to see how their rooms are if they're facing in like they are at the Contemporary towards like the lobby. Anyway, I was just curious because
now
we
those
we didn't really like the Contemporary. It was too loud for us. Christian loved it, but me and Raph were like, eh.
I didn't like the Toaster Hotel because I that's what I call it. I mean it's a construction marvel, but I was like, nah,
Yeah.
that's not for me. At the Contemporary, I think those are the DVC rooms that are in the main building. But when I stayed around Christmas week, I could not get close to the lobby because of the people,
Oh,
because that was the draw. It's like you go, you get your picture in front of the big Christmas tree. You've got, the piano player that was playing when they were there. You had like the orchestra that was up there. Then you had the gingerbread house that people wanted to take pictures of and buy stuff from and just hang
I
out
see.
in that particular lobby. I was just like, okay, I'm going to my building and I'll come back after midnight because all the individual buildings on the first floor, they also had Christmas trees and decorations.
Yeah.
And I
Mhm.
had to pause here because another thing about going for the holidays, I would get decorating ideas like these little
Those
ornaments,
are
the
so pretty.
filigree.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's why I need a freaking glue gun, y'all. Because I
Uh,
want mine to look like this. So I need a darn glue gun. Yes, the Mary Blair tile work is beautiful. It's
mhm.
absolutely, absolutely beautiful. As a kid, I was just like, you know what? That's just what I want to go for.
One thing I was a bit disappointed in the Contemporary was because we love snacks. We are snack fiends in this family, and the snacking hits, you know, about between 7 and, like, 10 PM,
Hmm.
but the hotel didn't really have much in the way of, like, snackies. You had the gift shop that had all the sweets, and then there was this one little marketplace, type of, shop that was, like, a very, very teeny, teeny, tiny snack section with some refrigerated stuff, but even then, it closed kinda early, and, so I told Raph, I'm like, I think we should rate the hotels based on snacks."
I hear you because the Polynesian the thing with the Polynesian was that their Captain Cook's used to be open 24 hours a day.
Oh,
So,
I didn't know that.
yeah, this was back
That
in the
was
day
back in the day,
yeah,
okay,
like around, I wanna say right before the pandemic, was it? Around the pandemic.
okay.
Then they closed at like 11, which I was just like, "What?" And it made it perfect that they were 24 hours because for people who would come or fly in from overseas, it's like they could go
Yeah,
there and get something to eat. There was just something about going to Captain Cook's at 1 in the morning and, and hardly anybody is in there, but you could get food and snacks and just chill. But now it closes at 11. You used to get free chestnuts here back in the
oh,
day. They used to have free roasted chestnuts, which roasted chestnuts are amazing. Just make sure they're cooled off before you eat them. So where are we going? Oh my gosh, they used to have this like 2 feet
wow.
in front, fresh flowers all over the place. Everyone else is usually trying to do the same thing, invading the Grand Floridian, taking pictures and all that. So
Little
again,
hidden Mickey, the little
mhm,
roses with the hidden Mickey, that's so freaking cute.
Amen, sister. Captain Cooks, baby. Yeah, I love Captain Cooks. Especially at Christmas. Yeah, pipe in the Hawaiian Christmas music. It's so much fun. I love it
That's so
there.
pretty.
Yeah, they the floral that they have over at the Grand Floridian is insane. Okay, yeah, I had to go through security here. I had to go through security here. So we're getting on the monorail. Again, Christmas, the monorails are crowded. Grand Floridian is the worst monorail stop actually for the resort monorail because it's
Mhm.
already stopped at the Contemporary. It's already stopped at the Polynesian. So now it's stopping here, which is why I tell people just take the boat. Just take the boat to the Magic Kingdom. There's there's more than one way like to get there, but the transportation is crowded. So make sure you pack your patience. Make sure you take the kids to the bathroom before you get before you get on the monorail. The lines are you don't know if they're going to be really short or just long. It can be really unpredictable. So here we are over here at the Magic Kingdom. The Magic Kingdom is going to be the busiest, most crowded park during the holidays. Most people will go. I mean, they've changed things with the reservations and everything, but back in the day, I remember people would go there early in the morning and camp out. You ain't leaving. You're not leaving because of the fireworks, all of that stuff, but it is crowded. I don't know what it's going to look like. Yeah, it's still going to be crowded. Christmas Day and Christmas Eve, it's going to be crowded, especially the Magic Kingdom. The Magic Kingdom is the one that runs out of reservations. As a matter of fact, you can't get day of tickets right now for the Magic
Yeah.
Kingdom. I think the
I'm
only
already reading complaints on in the Facebook groups. I ruined our family vacation already. I booked a Christmas vacation at Disney and somehow the Magic Kingdom reservation, they got in there. This was in
Mhm.
earlier in November, I read this, and they already couldn't get day tickets to Magic Kingdom. So this one family is like kind of screwed or desperate to go to the Magic Kingdom on Christmas. And a lot of people are like, yeah, good luck with that.
Yeah, the only way
Yeah.
you're getting in there is if you get the high tier annual pass with no blackout dates. There's just no freaking way.
Yeah,
Not
I
at
know.
not at all. But yeah, I got tickets for I don't even want to say how much they are. I will. They're Christmas presents actually. So I got tickets for myself, Camera Girl, and my two nieces and nephew. We purposely are going to Animal Kingdom Park for Christmas. That's the other secret. We love going to the Animal Kingdom Park for Christmas. It's so much space, all the Christmas decorations, the music, the character lines are shorter. And the day tickets are actually $20 cheaper than the Magic Kingdom. You can get a day ticket for the Animal Kingdom. You can get one for Epcot. You can get one for the studios, but you cannot get one for the
Yeah.
Magic Kingdom at all. And I do not like this place since Eminem Mars took it over. There's no character to it.
Yeah, it's not the same. The
Yeah.
Rice Krispie treats are even different.
Remember when that machine was in your face? Like in the middle
Yes.
was when they were making the Rice
I
Krispie
mean,
treats.
I love the aesthetic of the store. I think it's good. I mean, if I had my own candy store, I would have these kinds of colors and make it really frilly and girly. But for Disney, I did find it kind of odd. They put that thing right in the middle of the store, that round.
Yeah.
It and
It's like,
and honestly, the Rice Krispie treats, I have not liked them in years. It's
Okay,
been
they had
the
the big Rice
taste.
Krispie treat cake there still on the bottom. It was a
Cake?
mini cake. Yeah, they made a
yeah.
big pan of it. They don't do that no more. You can't
No.
get it.
And the Rice Krispie I'll say the Rice Krispie factory floor used to be right in the middle where this display is now. It used to be right there in the middle where you could see them working on it. Not just the Rice Krispie treats, although that was a big draw. When they would be making the candy apples, when they would be decorating all this stuff. It was like they have it shoved in the back somewhere now,
Yeah, it's
which
off to the side now. And the only thing they do are just apples and like maybe the tiger tails,
You
like the
can
marshmallows.
you can
That,
see. Yeah, there's
that's
the
it.
mini cake. The mini cake's below it. It
I
it's
don't see it.
it's the big one on the bottom. If you let it just play with Lorraine, you should. It's on the bottom shelf.
So it's just a Rice Krispie treat in the shape of a cake.
A big mini head. It's huge.
Oh,
oh
it,
yeah, I've seen that before.
so
Yeah.
it's not an apple.
No, it's a Rice Krispie treat. It's a big Rice Krispie treat. That looks
Oh,
like
okay,
it.
I see it.
Yeah.
It's right there. I think that's the
Oh gosh, no, I would want the apple. I don't want all that Rice Krispie treat.
So even the one on in Disney Springs where they used to make the Rice Krispies on the left hand side of the window, when you look and they do the apples. You walk in there,
Mhm.
you can't get them plain. Everything's done. It's in a bag. You don't get them fresh anymore. They totally changed it. It's
Oh, that sucks. I thought you could still get them fresh.
no.
Can't you get them like made to order? I thought you could at once upon a
you want a
time.
fresh one? Go to Summer House.
At one time you could, and there used to be that they would import some of them from Vegas. I forget the name, but they were actually good because I used to blow my snack credits to get them. But there was a point in time where you would go to the Main Street Confectionery and they would be making this stuff by hand. They dump out, the
Yeah.
Rice Krispie
See them smush it
mixture
around. Yeah.
and smush it around, and they, make the squares, and then they make the Mickey shaped one.
Yeah.
They would
And you got
literally,
those. They were friggin' awesome.
they were awesome. That was like part. You had that. You had. But they still have the candy floss machine. Oh,
No.
not sorry. Cotton candy. UK espresso, the candy floss, that the factory floor used to be in the middle, and
But
that's
hey,
what we'll go to see.
now in Disney Springs, you can get boozy slushies instead of your Rice Krispie treats
Mhm.
at the candy store, the candy holder.
Well, go and Shogi, thank you so much for this super chat, my dear. I sure do appreciate that. Let me hit you up here. This is pathetic.
Join in, folks. It's yodeling time. Here at Lester's.
Elephant green screen effect.
Oh, if you've never watched Goofy movie, what are you waiting for? You guys, you're gonna have to watch that. Go and Shogi says, I was talking with my sis about the dark woods being added to the Grand Floridian. She thinks it's to reduce cleaning staff. White paint shows dust easier. I would have put him past him. I mean, there's dark woods and Florida Gilded Age do not really go together. They really don't. I hope that's not the case, but who knows? Who knows? But thank you, Going Shogi, for that super chat. Thank you so much, because it is going into the money that I'm gonna have to spend to take the nieces and nephews, because they've never been to Disney, but I'm taking them to the Animal Kingdom. And we all know how good the treats are at the Animal Kingdom Park. Oh my God. They're so darn good. They're so darn good. Hey, Magically MJ, says Ola Tom. Gail
Hello.
Tom and Erica. Happy holidays, La Renacita. Thank you, my dear. Merry Christmas and happy holidays to you too. And Honeydukes,
Mm.
again,
Oh, no. Yeah,
again,
that is true.
you got
Yes.
people who, Imagineers who remember what the Main Street Confectionery
Yeah,
was like. And obviously, J.K. Rowling was
that
like,
is very
look,
true.
this is what Honeydukes is supposed to look like. But yeah, the whole aesthetic, just candy everywhere, stuff in the ceiling, stuff in the corners. Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
yeah, the aesthetic over there is way better than this.
What about that one store in Epic when you go to the left hand side? Remember when you're walking in, that one I showed you with all the I forget the name of it, but it has the bear.
Yeah.
And it's that candy store, the aesthetic and the goodies and everything. That's also reminds me of the old Disney store, the way they did it.
So good. Yeah, Shogi. They used to hire actual pastry chefs, and that's what I remember because everything was just so fresh and inventive.
I
It's like
remember,
art.
I remember seeing a video of, and this is why for years we wanted to go to Disneyland over Christmas until everything changed. They had the bakery on Main Street, which was a real bakery, and they would make candy canes, and I mean big candy canes in the window from scratch. And then you could buy them. And then they had their cookies that were all made right there in the bakery in-house, and it just drew me and Raffin, and we were like, we really would love to do Christmas at Disneyland just because of that bakery. Well, now it's like a Starbucks, and now it's just kinda ruined it. It's like, okay, well, what like, do you guys have anything that's not so corporate? You know, with
Yeah, the closest thing, or the closest I would say bakery right now that's not corporate, is over at the Animal Kingdom.
see, I didn't know that. No, we rarely, if we do Animal Kingdom, we're only there for about half a day and then we leave. We don't really eat there. Um,
Even if you go to, because this has been my experience from eating around the parks, it's like the era of the pastry chef that controls what's going on. So you have these fresh, amazing delicacies
mhm,
is gone, except
that's
for at the Animal Kingdom. The cupcakes that they have at the Animal Kingdom, it's like the way that they're created and the fillings that they have are just absolutely delicious. You go over to the Animal Kingdom
okay.
Lodge, Zebra Dome. That's all I'm gonna say.
I've yet to have one of those. Yeah.
Lucy,
Well, we don't really go to the lodge when we go to visit. We'll go to the springs. We'll visit a few of the resorts, but the lodge always kind of tends. We'll stop by the McDonald's that's right there at the end of a night, you know.
but yeah, over there is the only place that I would say that's Disney owned. I don't know what it's like at the Swan and Dolphin. I could I could be
I
wrong.
haven't even been in there, and they took out Shula's Steakhouse.
What?
Yep,
Shula's is gone?
yep. They took it out, and it's an in-house steakhouse now owned by Swan and Dolphin. So Shula's pulled out of
Oh,
Swan and Dolphin. I don't know why. And the
mhm.
only other location I'm aware of is in Vegas.
No, Shula's has
Like,
one supposedly going up in I think Daytona area.
Hmm.
oh, okay. We've always wanted to eat there, just never really had an opportunity.
Yeah, I haven't gone. Although I will say, uh, the Yachtsman Steakhouse at the Yacht
I
Club.
regret canceling that reservation on our honeymoon, all for that. The River Brewing Works there on the boardwalk.
Hmm.
I swapped out the reservations that year just because I know we really love bar and grill type food. I regret that now. I wish we had done the yachtsman.
The yachtsman. Oh my gosh. I can't even, how between the service, between the quality of the steak. If you're on the dining plan, it will cost you 2 dining entitlements, but I will say that it is freaking worth it to go there.
Mm,
It is, that's again one of the restaurants I don't like talking about because I want to keep it a hidden secret, but
right.
yeah, it's worth it. Tom, I know you got to exit out, right?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, well, thanks for being here. And where can the folks find you, and what do
On
you have coming
my
up?
channel on YouTube, messed around with some crazy dog videos and some other music stuff and rocket launches and modding for you, being on your show, being on Dadman's, and I think I might be on Dadman's tonight, matter of fact. But other than that, I'm around like a bad rash. Like I say, I'm not everywhere.
Well, thank you so much for hanging around, Tom. We'll see you Sunday.
See you Sunday.
All
Bye-bye.
right, Tom.
Bye, Tom.
Bye. Yes, please do go and subscribe to Tom's channel, Rocket Launches, Doggos, and all of that stuff. And of course, he'll be on our Welcome to Florida show tomorrow night. Crazy stuff we got going on. That's another really cute thing that they did, was adding these little, I don't know if they're here again this year or not, but the little photo
Photo ops.
booths, yes, those were a nice addition. So you can kind of go and do those. It does not cost you money.
Mm,
You will get something from PhotoPass. Okay. You do not have to buy the PhotoPass photos. You can ask them to use your phone to take pictures of you. They will do that.
You can turn those into photo greeting cards online.
Absolutely. And it's another cool cheap thing to do that doesn't cost a lot of money. But make sure you plan for these things, especially the food is going to be hiked up in price. If I remember correctly, the prices for the buffets get hiked up around this time of year, as well. If you have the dining plan, that's a good hedge against those price increases. But that's something to keep in mind when you go. Uh, what else besides really really good footwear? Do not try to break your sneakers in day of
Mm,
at the parks. You will hate yourself.
mm.
Yeah, it's not gonna work. Getting in place for fireworks. You probably want to be in place, I kid you not, no later than 90 minutes before it starts, honestly.
Oof.
If you want to get
Yes.
if you want to be like up here, like this is the mosh pit, okay? And another thing I want to talk about.
Mm.
Over here in front of the castle, if you have mobility issues, you do not want to be there because there's so many people, it's hard to get out of. So I would say if you have mobility issues, not directly in front of the castle, so to speak. But this place is full of folks, full of people, and it's very hard to get around. So the standard waiting times for like parades and fireworks and stuff like that, you're going to add about 30 minutes onto that. 90 minutes, I'm going to say minimum. If you have a fast pass, because there are fast passes for, well, not fast passes, for the viewing fireworks, there's the dining packages and all that stuff. So if you pay extra for sets, that's reserved. But if you want a spot to like watch the fireworks, you're going to have to be there that early. It is that insane at the Magic Kingdom for that. Epcot's fireworks are easier because you have a vantage point from all around um, the World Showcase Lagoon, so that's much easier.
And it's just the fireworks. There's no parade and fireworks.
No, parades during the day, and which reminds me, so Christmas week, after the Christmas parties are over, the Christmas parade runs at 12 and I think again at 3.
Mm.
Get your spot 90 minutes before that thing happens, especially if you want to watch it on Main Street. The best places to watch the Christmas parade are going to be in front of the Hall of Presidents, the in front of the mosh pit, in front of the castle, and if you are on Main Street, right outside the Emporium, right across from the fire station, because the floats they all turn, so you get like a nice vantage point when they go by. So those are the 3, and yes, people park there. Also, be prepared for people to try and sneak there at the last minute when the parade starts. Seriously, guard your spot, because some people have no scruples about trying to sneak in to go watch. I had some teenager like, "Oh, can I?" No, you can't. No, you cannot. No, you can't. Guard your spot, because that will happen. Let's see.
Just avoid the holidays and Disney altogether as much as possible. We've never been over Christmas ever like that. We've been to Mickey's Christmas in November.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We pretty much stay away throughout the whole month of December, and forget New Year's, because the week after New Year's is just as bad as the week of Christmas.
It is.
You think you're in the clear? It's really deceiving. That week after New Year's, yeah, I would avoid that week too.
Yeah, there's the people are still here. The people are
because
still here.
They come in on the latter part of the Christmas break to hit 2 holidays, to do the theme parks, Christmas, and then to carry it in through New Year's. So they're kind of knocking out 2 birds with 1 stone in terms of holiday vacation holiday and roll up into one. And the crowds are nope.
Especially Asia. And this is something else that people forget. It's like we've got the folks who come in town for Christmas overseas. And then for like New Year, you've got folks who come over from Asia. So that's what blocks off like the first week of January. It's another reason why it's just it's insane. So yeah, like Erica said, if this is your first trip to Disney,
oh no,
not go for Christmas week.
No.
Don't.
I mean, you can enjoy the Christmas elements before December.
Yes, you can.
That's what I would recommend. That's what that's what us natives do. We enjoy the Christmas elements, outside of those crazy busy days and weeks where, so like early November, just after Halloween. And you can still get in on like the treats and the decorations, get in on Mickey's Christmas party, at least a little cheaper than the nights in December, since now they do that pricing, that the daily pricing. What is the name for it? I forgot what they call it.
Surge pricing, which
like
brings up something else. They're going to start bringing up surge pricing next year. So it's not
like
going to be just
do it.
Daily. Yeah. So for example, if you go, like say, the price in the morning for a daily ticket is going to be different from the price if you enter at noon or the price if you enter in the evening.
Yep.
So that whole dynamic airline style pricing that they tried out over in Disneyland Paris,
it's coming to the States now. I hate that.
I don't like thinking about
like you're a theme park, not an airline. It's so stupid.
Oh, Dylan, to answer your question, usually it's within a couple of days.
I think this
Definitely
year was
before the parties start.
it was what, about 2 days after Halloween? Halloween was on
Yeah.
a Friday this year, and I think they got it up that Sunday or Monday.
Yeah. It didn't take that it didn't it yeah, it doesn't take a long time before they do that. Let's see. I forget what week this was.
And some people do that. They'll come in for the Halloween party and
Mhm.
come in for the switch over, so they get Halloween and Christmas in during their stay.
Cuz here's the other reason why. They film the Christmas parade for, the Disney Christmas special you see every year. That's filmed in November.
Yep.
Usually the first week of November. And whenever you see a time for the Christmas parade and it's not at night and it's not during a party night, that's when they're filming it in the show. So
Yep.
it's usually not that long between that first week. So some people they show up for the changeover so they can go there for the Halloween party, the decorations at Christmas, and then be there when they're filming the Christmas parade.
Yep.
So they get all of that without the massive influx of humanity that happens during the holidays. So it's like if you're just like, hey, I really want to go during Christmas, I would say plan on doing half as much, half as fast for three
Yeah.
times the price.
Yeah.
It is what it is. Everybody wants to be able, I'll say everybody, the people who went there want to be able to say, hey, we went to, Disney for Christmas. Oh, it's Pirates of the Caribbean. But what they don't tell you is how crazy the crowds are. Because one year my mom's dream was for us to go to Disney for Christmas. And when we did, she said, I never want to do this again. She was so pissed off with how many people were there and it's just crowded. She's like, I don't ever, no, we're not doing this again. We did it. We checked it off the bucket list. But then again, we were also people who had been to Disney so many times that if there were certain things that we missed, we didn't worry about it. So what we mostly focused on when we would go for Christmas are those things that we were too busy to pay attention to do, like
Yeah.
character meet and greets, like
Mhm.
performances, the decorations, the food, especially like the storytellers over at Epcot. Like we used to skip that all the time. Now we actually go and do those things. And another great thing to do, talk to the cast members who are working there during the holidays.
Mhm.
Just take some time to talk to them, how they like working there over the holidays, memories that they have, at Disney. Because I think what a lot of people do is forget that those are real people. And I'm really sensitive to that because where I live, I interact with people who work for Disney all the time. And
Yeah.
it's
Those are your neighbors.
exactly.
That is the Orlando residential community, is Disney employees, Universal employees, SeaWorld employees.
Gatorland
Yeah,
employees.
basically all the employees that make up all of Orlando's tourism.
Mhm.
Mm,
Yeah. Just kind of, relax, take the time, talk to them, go to the hot chocolate, bars, the other gingerbread houses and things that they have there, just to like soak up the atmosphere of actually being in the parks. that's something else to keep in mind, especially when you go there at Christmas and there's some folks where they're not with their families at that particular time. Although some people don't want to be around their families at that particular time. So,
Oh yeah, there's that too. Mm-hmm.
mhm. Yep. So they'll work there. So yeah, that's it. You can go to Disney at Christmas, but you're right, it is a Herculean task. So you need to keep in mind what it is that you really, really, really want to do and
Now,
focus on that one thing.
one thing that doesn't get highlighted enough for both Christmas and even Halloween are the campgrounds at the Fort Wilderness Lodge.
Yes.
That that does not get enough light shed on it unless you're following specific vloggers or like live streamers that go into the campgrounds during the holidays and film and live stream. I would love to do that one year, rent one or two campsites and just decorate for Halloween. But then it would be fun to do it over Christmas too. Just have our own little like camper and stay at the lodge on the campground. But then you also get the benefit of um, you still get the deluxe resort benefits because technically you're staying at a deluxe resort, despite the fact that you're on the campgrounds in a camper. But it just looks like fun. It's a very different way of doing Disney, other than the usual hotels. And yeah, and people go all out decorating. I freaking love it.
This is literally Florida in a nutshell. If you go out in the neighborhoods and everything, there's the Buc-ee's Beaver.
Oh, I
Everybody, pretty
love
much the obscene yards. You just
cheese.
stroll
Look
around
at that.
and look. And this is perfect with like the
And you
golf.
can do any theme you want. It doesn't have to be Disney. People do Harry Potter. They do like any Universal IP. Like anything goes. It's so much fun. Yes, I would. Yep, I know about I would totally do my own little Doom buggy.
This
I've already
is
got ideas. I just got to get to the States to freaking pull it off.
this is like it's totally unscripted, but just everyone's imaginations with what they come up with. It's like going through the neighborhood and seeing all of just the direct, all of the decorations that they have up. It's not the polite corporate,
Mm-mm.
curated decorations. This is basically, that area in Lowe's with all the animatronics and the inflatables and just blew up
Yeah.
and it's everywhere. You know,
But it's just, look at that. Look at those massive gifts. Is that a blow up thing? I mean,
so
jeez. Holy cow. I
that
have not
that
seen
has to be, or they. I don't think they made themselves, or maybe they glued a couple together. I don't know.
that is insanely huge. But yeah, like anything goes on these campsites. And that's what's freaking awesome. And people will rent multiples. They'll
Mm-hmm.
rent up to 3 plots just to decorate up to 3 plots. It's insane.
Oh my gosh,
This
this is.
is
I
so
love
cute.
this. They have the
Oh
nativity
gosh.
scene that says "Merry Christmas." Oh my gosh, I love
That's
that.
so pretty. And they get really creative on the placement of these things. Like they're not put out there, in an ugly fashion. Like they really get creative on placement so it doesn't look like Costco or like Sam's Club just threw up in the yard, like they do a really good job decorating these areas, these plots. It's just everyday people like us, just
Bringing out the cheer and the way that they have everything done and planned out. It's not just thrown together. It just looks so unique. Like I love the nativity They've got something hanging from the palm tree in the back.
From the palm tree. Ornaments.
I want to know. I want to know how they did that. Although I will say, you know what? This is probably the I don't know if it's strings or if it's like the ones you put over the bushes, the nets. I love those. The net lights.
Oh, the nets. Those are so easy. Yeah, it's like a blanket. That would be the easiest thing to throw on in a yard like that.
I actually need some more actually from my from my porch. But yeah, these are. Is that who's in a rocket ship? Oh, it's Santa in a prop plane. They got that from Lowe's. They got that from
This is
Lowe's.
so
Santa,
cool.
the Santa copter. Yeah, that's Lowe's.
Mhm.
Santa copter's Lowe's.
I would do a whole Nutcracker theme. I would love to just go all out on a Nutcracker ballet theme for Christmas. That'd be
Oh,
so much fun.
gorgeous. You know, this is the reason why you can't get lights and ornaments and stuff at like Walmart and Target around here. They clean them out so so fast
Yeah, you're better off buying the stuff in where you were at,
and bring it. Yeah.
dragging it with you. Or you know what some people do? If they do, because there are people that do this every year as a family tradition. So they will rent storage locally and keep their holiday stuff stashed away because this is something they do every year.
I got you. I got you.
Yeah.
So to keep it,
But you got to book like a year in advance. It's well for I don't know about the Christmas, but for Halloween, they're probably already half, maybe even 3/4 of the way booked because people book a year out for at least for the Halloween season. I'd imagine Christmas is probably just as bad because it's just as popular for Christmas.
no, they don't have Santa and a reindeer. That is so cool. And they have little snowmen, lit up snowmen on the bottom.
Dude, I'd be out there passing out candy canes and cookies.
Probably some people.
I mean, why not? I love the little tents and the tents like staged. That's what I would do.
Wait.
Create
Is that a darn
areas.
photo op? Like you could just go and sit. Yeah, look at that.
Yeah,
I
or
love
maybe
that.
they have someone dressed as Santa that will sit in there for, for a time for the camp. Yeah, and
We did.
I would totally set up my own photo op. Just that's fun.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, this is great. So this is over at the Fort Wilderness, the campgrounds. Although they
Mhm.
are building, I think, something else that's over that way too, with like a DDC. But yeah, this is a campground. This is one of the original resort areas that opened when Disney opened in 1971. They had the
Yeah.
Contemporary, they had the Polynesian, and they had Fort Wilderness, the
Wilderness.
campground. So yeah, this is just so much fun. Oh my gosh, it's great. So many videos that are up that have this, where you can just do like the ride throughs and all of that. So I'm glad Erica brought that up, because that's like a yearly tradition too for a lot of people to go through Fort Wilderness Campground. And again, like you saw, people who purposely make these plots look so absolutely amazing during the holidays.
I would love to
Oh
do
my
that.
gosh. It reminds me, I gotta get some more lights.
There's a company, I don't know the name of it. I'd have to ask Raf, see if he can find out. But there is a company you can call and you book through them and they
Mhm.
will book your campsite and they rent you your RV and they will bring that RV to that campsite and set it up for you. It's like a third party there in the area That's what I would do because we don't have an RV and I don't really want to hassle. It seems like a hassle to own one than it is to enjoy it. Um, that's what I would do. I need to find out what is the name of that company because it's like a all inclusive. They do. I'm like, yeah, if you want to drive it there and park it and set it up, and then you even like take it away after all we have to do is just check in and show up. Yeah, that
Mhm.
sounds like, and their RVs are themed. They're like Disney themed.
Okay, cool. Ah, Disney theme RV, man. I
I
would
mean,
just
it's a
lose
little.
it.
Some of them are cute. Some of them are cheesy. But I mean, for me and our half, we're just two people. So I'm like, we don't need anything big. I need more space for the decorations and the.
I feel you. I
Just
have
give me the smallest
4.
one you got with a bed, and then we have the rest of the driveway and the lane decorate.
Like we just had the RV to pull, for all the decorations and stuff. I laugh, but I've got like 4 of those big 44-gallon containers full of nothing but Christmas
I
directions.
I gotta get more of those. I am out of space with all my decorations, everything, Christmas and Halloween. That's Thanksgiving, fall. Yeah, I've got to get on it and start ordering more storage bins.
I used to laugh. I'm like, why does Target have all these storage bins on sale first of the year? Yeah, I figured that out last year
I
because of
need
all
one
the
for my
decor.
trees and my wreaths. Um, they have them for everything now, even down to your bulbs. So
Mm-hmm.
they're protected and they don't break. I'm like, geez, I've thought of like everything under the sun for storing away all your holiday stuff.
This stuff. Yeah, I got zip bags, like a wreath bag. You zip it up, put the wreath in it. And this year, I'm like, oh, that was easy. Just pick it up,
Yeah, I
throw
don't have
throw
any
the
of
wreath
that.
up there.
I'm literally just old school and it's a royal freaking mess. It's like digging through a pile of rubble. Everything's just thrown in a room or it's thrown up in the attic and it's just like not even organized.
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. Well, folks, as always, time flies so much on this show. This is our last resort recon live of 2025. So make sure that you are subscribed to my channel so that you will know when exactly in 2026, January, that we're going to start back up. We may be doing an alternating schedule with resort recon live. Again, I'm back at work. So it's like trying to, schedule things where I'm not going to have as much time, but still want to keep you guys informed. Sounds like you need to get some of them back.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I need to
they,
hire a professional organizer. That's how bad it is. It's I don't even want to dig and mess with it. But don't want to yeah, it's a whole thing.
well, Erica, where can people find you? What do you have going on, my dear?
So I'm scheduled on Wednesdays every week at noon Eastern time with that park place. And yeah,
Hey.
I know it's exciting. So we talk theme parks, mostly what's going on in the world of theme parks. Not really vacation planning, but just all of the behind the scenes and upcoming attractions. And of course, kind of like what we do here, we slice it and pick it apart and try to figure out who's doing what and why. A lot of fun talk. So I got that, and then you can find me here or on your Spice Lounge. Sometimes on your Florida Man show, if dependent on my son's schedule. And we got our channel, but it's just kind of sitting there, and I haven't even touched much of that behind the scenes Halloween footage. I know, and I'll get it done. It's just going to be way out of season by the time I throw it up there. Um, but yeah, that's kind of what's going on.
Has Erica ever been trapped in the attic like Chris Paul?
No. And I'll tell you why. And this is smart because this German house was the third floor is like an open bonus room. So you can't get trapped up there. I mean, unless I fall. Thank it up.
That scene is so freaking funny. Oh man, but folks, make sure you go subscribe to Erica's channel. As for your girl, I'm kind of starting to wind things down a little bit. So of course we've got Welcome to Florida on Sunday. That will be our second to last Welcome to Florida show of 2025. We have got a crazy ass police chase to react to and break down. Basically, you've got a UK gun runner versus Florida Highway Patrol.
You know, I think I can make it on Sunday. If I remember correctly, I think Christian's got Monday off.
I
So I
hope
think I can make it
and
this Sunday.
this is one for the darn ages. This is
I
one for
love the Florida
ages.
streams. I hate it when he's got to work mornings. I'm like, killing me.
Killing me, Smalls. You're killing me. Yes. Yes. UK gun runner versus the Florida Highway Patrol. And whoever put this video together, let me tell you, it beats everything I have ever seen on Cops.
Oh, I got to see this.
Anything I have ever seen on Cops. All I'm going to say is an on-screen annotation that says Florida Highway Patrol has now entered the chat. Yeah. You don't want to miss that one. You don't want to miss that. So that's, of course, is going to be on Sunday. I will have a gaming stream next Tuesday over my gaming channel. I think at like 7:30 p.m. Infinity Nikki. It is our anniversary event. I got a new weapon, which happens to be a archery bow, and I'm gonna be checking that out, using that. That's my new favorite weapon. So I'm gonna be going all through the land trying to get diamonds and merkin esslings and other stuff. And I even have a wolf costume where I can become like a giant and stomp through all the Infinity Nikki. That's a fun ass game. Okay, it's free to play. It's cross platform. It's free to play. Of course, there's gotcha elements and everything in it, but I happen to like it because if I just want to play for 15 or 20 minutes and just zone out and do stuff, I can do that. So I like that. And Camera Girl plays it like to the freaking ultimate. So she plays it a lot. But yes, Infinity Nikki gonna be playing that on Tuesday. It is fun. I'm very excited. I have a new weapon, so we're gonna explore the new It's a Land and get more diamonds because I need more crystals to get more dresses and stuff like that. So that's what's gonna be going on. Well, as always, you guys are amazing. Thank you so very much for hanging out with us and supporting the Resort Recon Live podcast. If you're watching this on the replay, thank you so much for checking out the replay. Let us know in the comments, are you braving any of the theme parks for Christmas? And if so, what questions do you have? Besides, pack your patience and try not to have it get involved in anything that's going to involve you interacting with Florida law enforcement. I'm just saying. Bye, everyone.
Bye.